Hello, my name is Nikia, and I'm one of the social workers here. And
Mhm.
before we get into anything, I would like to let you know that anything that we talk about today will be confidential, just between you and I. Um, that is, of course, with your permission. I could speak with other people if you'd like. And also, I would like to let you know that this interview will be recorded, um, but with your consent, um, you can opt to stop it at any time. And even after the interview is over, you could also consent to take your consent back. So, you know, it, this is not something that, if you feel like later you don't want to do it, you completely have that option to opt out. So before we get started, do you have any questions for me?
No, that's fine.
Okay, so could you please tell me, why are you here today?
I'm here because of some stress and anxiety that I've been dealing with in regards to a math class I'm taking.
Okay, stress and anxiety due to math. Okay. Okay, so and when did you notice the stress and anxiety started?
Oh, it started, well, because I didn't pass the class 1 year, and and then the second year I didn't pass it, and this will be my sorry, not year, but semester. This will be my next semester taking the class, my third time taking the class this semester, and I don't know if I'm gonna pass it or not because of the two failed attempts. And I I already took two tests, which are 60% of the grade, but recent. But right now my final is coming up, and I failed one of the tests, which was the midterm. The
Mm-hmm.
first test I got 77%, which brought my grade from an A to a B, and when I took the midterm, which is the second test, I went from a B to a C. So this final is going to determine if I'm going to pass the entire class, because the homework is like 20%, and then the quizzes are like 20% of the grade, but the tests are 60%. So I did all the homework, everything. I mainly got like 100% in the homework and all the homework, but the tests, I'm not. I didn't pass the midterm, so the final will show if I'm gonna pass the entire class. Because right now my grade is at a C, so if I fail the midterm, it's probably gonna drop to like a D or an F. But if I pass it, then I'll probably stay like at a C, so which is passing. So I'm just stressed about the final because I'm not confident about passing.
Okay. Okay, so you're struggling in a math class, and it's giving you anxiety and it's stressing you out. Okay, so and you say 77. You said you got a 77%
On the first one,
on the first test. And how about homework? How are you doing in your homework?
I'm doing good on my homework. It's just the tests that I'm worried about.
Okay,
The
so you're
quizzes, I passed all the quizzes, but I passed all the homework. But the tests are
okay,
the ones that.
77% with the test. And 77, it dropped to a 77, which was low, you said. Okay, but you were passing with the, after you took the first test, it went down to a B, you say?
Yeah, I got a 77 on the first test,
Okay,
and my grade dropped from an A to a B.
from an A to a B. And then you took um, another test. You say you took a second test?
So, yeah, the midterm,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a 47%.
Oh, 47%. And your grade went down even more. And what was that grade?
Grade went down even more.
Did you say a C
Yeah.
or something like that?
Yeah, it went down to C after getting the 47%.
And so now you're afraid. You have the final to take, and you're stressing about the final, and you're afraid if you don't pass the final, then that's you pretty much may not pass the class, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, so AJ, is there something going on that's causing you not to be able to focus, or your study habits are off, or do you notice any changes where where kind of threw you off a track, or can you tell me a little bit about
Well,
what's going on with that?
usually, like, I'm good in like school if I have nothing around distracting me. Like I used to do really good in all my other classes because I didn't have any I didn't really work that much, or I didn't have a lot going on, so I was able to just focus on school and stay home a lot and do my homework. I was able to just like get ahead, but now I have so much going on. I have like work and my family and yeah, just a lot going on, and I like have fun with my friends sometimes, so I get behind, and I really don't have any reason to be distracted, but I sometimes get like I procrastinate and get like unmotivated just because it's a lot. Like I just don't see myself passing this class already because I didn't already, so I guess I don't know, I just don't put enough effort. Like I could be, but I don't, and it's very time consuming. Like anybody who's tried this class, they know how time consuming this one is. Like this class determines, because I'm doing math, so I'm taking a math major, and anybody who's like a math major and they're trying to take this class is like is gonna either make or break like their major. Like they're either gonna pass this class and continue on with their math career, or try to get their math degree, or they're not gonna pass it and they're gonna switch to some other major. So this class I feel is like gonna make or break me, which is really stressing me out. But I could do better. There's not really anything taking away my focus, but if there was, it'd probably be work, because like I don't usually work, but I don't really work as many like hours as I do at this job.
Okay. Well, let's start with the anxiety, the stress and the anxiety. So when do you notice that come on? Is it like when you're about to take a test, or is it when you're about to do your homework, or when do you notice that the stress and anxiety come on?
Yeah, it comes around like a test, or when I feel like I'm doing bad in a class.
So is it all the time, or is it just when able you have to deal with anything have to do with your work or school?
Yeah, mainly school. Like if I feel like I'm about to fail, then yeah, in school, yeah, I need to get past school. So that's why I'm so stressed this summer. But I'm taking this class by itself because it is so stressful. Like I feel like I didn't pass it the other times because I was so focused on other things, and plus other classes that I had along with that class. So that's why I felt like I should take it in the summer by itself. But yeah.
Okay, how about strategies? Have you tried any type of strategies that will that may help as far as like studying, or you kind of pace yourself as far as time, or have you taken time like for a quiet place? Could it be your surroundings, or like you say, family? Is it like you don't have a focus area, or have you took any of that into consideration? What may be causing all this?
Yeah, I have. Like I said, this class is super tedious and it's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, since I'm taking it in the summer and like fall, where I have more time, because the fall is more spread out, but the summer is like 2 months. So it's 4 months of work crammed into 2 months. So
Right.
it's a lot of work. And I even tried because when I want to study, I have to be in like a quiet. I have to have a table. I can't like be in my bed doing it. So like I have to have like a really quiet area where I can study and I have all my material. So I even tried like after work, because my work has it has a nice little room. It has a room where like I could just go in and do my work quietly at a desk. And so I even tried to stay after work and finish doing homework. And but I'm telling you, it's so much work that like there's no way I can. I mean, there's a way, but I'll be there for hours, and it's just no. I can't be in there for I'll be in there for 4 hours a day, and I do not. It's not gonna happen. Like I need my sleep, and I need breaks.
Okay. So So have you tried talking to like a school counselor to see if they have any type of suggestions that may help you out, or they suggest something that they can do, or like a study group, tutoring, something to that extent?
Yeah, I've tried tutoring. I find that tutoring helps, but in the summertime, not really. And plus, the tutors now, they're requiring. I mean, like the ones at City, yeah, they're free because they're getting paid by City, but they're not. They have a time period to help you. Like you only get an hour with them, and this type of work takes like I said 4 hours, and I need help on all of it. So I really have to try to cram my schedule and find out what tutor is available on my schedule. And I work during the day, so there's no tutors during nighttime. And then if there's tutors outside, they charge, and they're expensive now. They want minimum wage for their hours. And I mainly don't really need help on the homework. I can do the homework. I just need to. I do my homework, but I just, when it comes to the test, just trying to cram all of that into my brain, it's so much. How do they expect me to cram all this into my brain? But I do try to cram as much as I can. So when I take the test, I get at least some of it right, but I could only cram so much. So it stresses me out.
Okay, so did you did you find so last semester when you took this class, was it also online? You know how all the classes are online right now. So when you took this class last semester, and it was online, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're also taking it for summer with a shorter period of time online, correct?
Right.
Okay,
correct.
So what was the difference where you had the full semester of spring versus the summer?
Oh, that's a good question. It was just that it was more time. It was more time that I could spread out to sit in my homework, or to where I didn't have to do 4 hours worth of homework a day. I could do 2 hours, which isn't as bad, and I could really spread out my time. But the thing is, I was, like I said, I was so focused on other classes because I had other classes too, and I didn't have that class by itself. And I still worked, and
so do you feel if maybe you had taken the class just alone that semester, you would have had more time to focus, and you probably would have been able to had more study time, or you would have had a better chance at you would have had a better chance with the class versus taking other classes with it, versus the summer classes where you're taking the one class but you have to cram everything up into these little months, in this little weeks, actually not months, this little amount of weeks. You think you would have maybe have done a lot better?
yes, yeah, I think there's a chance, but I do feel like if I was in person, because COVID also had like a big toll on it. Because I know I do better like in person visually, and sitting in the classroom, that helps me a lot. That helps a lot. So I feel like just being online period made a big difference in how I am doing in school. But especially like with this class, just I prefer in-person setting.
Okay, so like with all, is it only this class, or you're fine with any other class you take? It's just math, since math is just so or is it just this math class? This is what class is? It's a algebra or a
Pre-calculus.
Pre-calculus. So it's just this pre-calculus class where okay, so go ahead.
It's not really just it's mainly this class. Yeah, this is the deal breaker, but just math in general for me in person just helps a lot. Like I just want it in person. Other classes I can do online, no problem. But math, I need to be in class because it's so tedious,
Oh, okay. Okay, so I kind of see what's going on here. You're well right now. I understand like the stress levels right now. And you're trying to cram everything in just these few weeks, and this is already probably a class that maybe shouldn't be taken with the summer, the summertime, and like you say, probably for you, a class that should be that you need to take like in person, and you say this is your second time. This is your second time, and this is your third time taking this class. Okay, this is your third time taking this class, and after this is it's stressing you out because
it'll be my last chance.
It'll be your last chance. Okay. Have you tried talking to your instructor?
Yeah. I've had my first instructor that I had with this class. She was pretty strict, so it was really difficult trying to work things out around with her and work things out with her. But this new person I'm taking, this new professor, he's more lenient, so like he helps, but I hate that they want us to show our work, like take pictures after we like do an assignment. We have to take pictures and send it to show that we did all our work. So that's the only part that really gets to me, because we have to make sure we have it all written down, proof that we know how to do it, and send it and show them. And it's like 40 questions for each test, 20 questions for each assignment. It's a lot of writing, and I feel like instructor-wise, he helps me more. But just the fact that it's a summertime class and it's crammed into 2 months that's just the stressor.
Right. So you get the concept of it, correct?
Yeah.
And it's just so much to do in such little time.
Yeah.
And last semester it was so much to do because you have the job as well as other classes. And right now, it's just you have the job, and you only have this one class, but with a little time, so much work is being thrown at you. You're saying so much work is being thrown at you in such little time. So, okay, let's see. How about we try? I think we have to try to prioritize or something.
Yeah, prioritize is a big thing that I don't do.
Yeah.
Maybe like I've always had suggestions like get a schedule, get a planner, and like that'll last for a little bit, but the next week I'm not gonna do it. Like it's gonna end really fast, and it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, and I think that's what you're not prioritizing. That's probably bringing on a lot of stress and anxiety. And I think if you try to go that route, and and try to stick to it, and especially during this time where everything is online and it's much harder to get help, and you don't get that much one-on-one time with the tutor, or have you tried any type of apps, or that YouTubing or something that will that break everything down step by step? Because is it that you don't get it? Sometimes you don't get it. It's how you say it's hard. You just don't get it sometimes. How to work out the problem, or
so there'll be problems that I get no problem, like if I just do the work, and just watch the videos, learn how to do it, watch examples, and I can just do them. But it's a lot of writing. So imagine just so many different equations and formulas and circles and triangles and squares, all that stuff just being thrown at you. And mind you, pre-calculus has trig, calculus, geometry, all that stuff wrapped in one class. Pre-calculus is everything before calculus. All the classes before calculus. So it's going to be all that wrapped in one. So it's really just, so all the classes that I took in high school, it's really just me being reminded of all the work, all the doing it all over again, and it's reminding me about all of it, and I have to sit for a long period of time and try to remember all of it. But it's no problem with me doing it. I just have to do it all, and if I really just don't understand something, I'll give up on it, because I'm not gonna sit here for 4 hours trying to get something. I'm not. If I don't get it, I just don't get it. And then tutors are the same way, because math is so much. So sometimes the tutors don't really know all of the problems. There'll be some problems that they just don't know, and they'll tell you hey, I don't know this problem. So sometimes tutors aren't always when it comes to math, they don't always help. Other subjects, it'll be easier, but math is not a subject that everybody's gonna know every single
So when you run into that problem, do you try to reach out to your instructor, to get a better understanding and ask for help?
I think that's my issue. I don't reach out to my instructor because I don't have a reason why I don't do that. I didn't even think of that. I don't know. I guess that's just an extra.
So you just let it be and just move on to.
Yeah, because when you reach out to them, you have to email them, and then you have to wait for them to get back to you, and then you have to set up a meeting for them to help you do it on Zoom or something, but you don't know when they're available, you know.
Mhm.
And it's online, so they have their own schedule right now, and it's not really, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. It's really difficult. Everything is on Zoom and online now. Due to the circumstances that we're all facing today. Okay, so I would say what we can do is try to see if we could get on a schedule. Try to set a schedule for yourself. From the time you get up to the time that you go to sleep, and try to prioritize your time. You wake up. I mean, whether it's study, depending on what time you go to work. If it's like in the morning, you study, whatever it is you do. As for stress, like you could try like exercising, relieve some of the stress. Do you do any of that, like exercise, and not to overwhelm yourself? Or is it anything like at home you have to do? I say you take care of family, right? You help out with family, or is it just you have to take care of? Or I know you said something about family, but is there anyone that maybe could help out with family, if you're taking care of family, or anything that could give you more time um, for your work?
Well, not really. Well, like things I do for like to relieve stress. I like, yeah, I exercise here and there. Um, or I'll like go do something with my friends just to like reward myself for feeling like I've worked hard enough today. So like it'll help me just relieve some stress. What else do I watch TV. Like I'll go swimming. Swimming helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just like floating in the water feels good.
Mm-hmm.
I like to play with like my nephews or nieces or something. That helps
Mm-hmm.
relieve my stress. Or
So when do you set a time? What are the times that like you'll focus on your homework, or do your work? Do you have a certain time, like it's like morning, or do you do it midday, or
I can't do mornings because I work all the time in the morning.
okay.
But I could do like depending on what time I get off, because it's a different time like all the time every day. So in the afternoon or nights. I can work at nights.
Okay,
But I have
so
to have a quiet, peaceful space to do it.
okay, so how much time is that left for you for studying after you get home? How much time do you use to study?
I use about like 2 hours, because like 2 is like my max. 4 hours I can't do. I'll do 2 hours, and then I'll be like, okay, if I don't finish something, I'm like, I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. Like, I'll make sure I don't. I make sure I do it before it's due. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I won't.
So, okay, you'll make sure you do it before it's due, because that could be another thing. If you're starting, are you just waiting until it's due, or are you starting like, hey, at the beginning of the week, this is when, to say, like, for instance, this assignment is due like on a new assignment open up on a Monday, and it's due that Sunday. So do you wait till the end of the week to do it, or when it's due, or do you like work on it daily, or differences every day for?
So for this class right now, you know, since it's crammed into the
Mm-hmm.
summer,
Mm-hmm.
there's sometimes they'll give us. He'll give us an assignment. He'll give us like 7 or 8, sometimes 5
Mm-hmm.
assignments that all open up on the same day and are due on the same day. So I'll do one. Say like there's 7 assignments due, open up on Monday, and they're due Sunday. I'll do one assignment Monday. I'll do another assignment Tuesday, the next one Wednesday, like that, until Sunday. Or if I'm feeling really good that day, I'll do like 2 assignments a day. So it really just depends on how I go by my feelings, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
How I'm feeling.
Okay. 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 So, let's see. Okay. So after you're working, yeah. So I have what I think we could. I suggest here that you do set a schedule, and you've been doing good by, you say you do it every, you're working on your assignments every day and you're not waiting until the end, and to finish your assignment where you like is rushing, and we know that's not causing you not to do too well on, because you say homework is, you said homework is fine, so it's not the homework, it's the test that's causing you to your grade to drop, and that's causing the stress and anxiety. So maybe you should spend more time on your homework and um practicing. And how about a study group? Have you ever reached out to anyone for a study group? You guys have a study group? Anyone else in your that's in your class? Well, to,
Well,
to act.
nobody really wants to meet up because of COVID, and
Oh,
nobody
right.
wants to
I mean,
they want to social distance and stuff. But like,
yeah, but
um,
how about with Zoom though? Like you can meet them on Zoom. Like nowadays, everyone getting on Zoom to talk about it. So if you could like reach out to a few of your classmates, and someone may understand the work really well. What you don't understand, they may understand, or what they may not understand, you may understand it. You guys could help each other out in that way.
yeah, I think you're right. That's a good suggestion.
Okay, and again, like set a schedule. I guess after you get home, since you're busy in the day, set a schedule. Try to prioritize. Um, you could continue. You don't have that much time with the tutor, but maybe what you're not understanding, maybe you could specifically touch bases with a tutor on what you're not getting, you know um, of something that you're not really get, or what you're really struggling with, and maybe you could reach out to maybe your instructor and just tell him, hey, this is the problem I'm having, is when I'm taking the test, and maybe he have some he can give you some type of input, or some type of strategy that you make it use that make it help you to do better on these tests. It'd have to be another way you could do better on your tests. So and if you need like quiet time, maybe you can try like going to a library or something. If the house is too noisy, maybe try going to a library or something where it's really quiet, if you need to like really focus, and try to relieve some of that stress and anxiety. um, you know um, so do you have any questions for me?
Not really. Do you know like what libraries are open? Because I know like most of the school libraries, they're not open for like sit down.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, you know what, you're right, you are absolutely right. So
Maybe I'm
hmm,
gonna take a
maybe like maybe a park, or something to that extent. Where else that may be, that's the only thing that's really open. But yeah, just if you have any you say none of your friends really know, but you could try, well, just try some of the things that I told you about, reaching out to your instructor, set a schedule, pair up with a partner, for class or for tutor, and take it from there. And, you could let me know how it goes, and, we could come up with other things if, that doesn't work.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Try that.
Okay. Okay, well, it was, let's see. Okay, it was a pleasure talking with you, AJ. And if you have any, do you have any other questions for me?
Not that I could think of.
No?
No.
Okay, well, if you have any other questions, or you think of anything, afterwards, or, something pop in your head, whatever, you feel free to give me a call or reach out to me, and I'll be glad to help you.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
awesome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye-bye.